of What's Good Tampa. I'm Sean. We got Austin. New setup, new gimmick. Second time around for this podcast. But listen, I'm not going to beat around the bush. This one's for you, Ybor City. Hit it, Fitz.
Welcome to the What's Good Tampa Show.
What's Good Tampa Show.
This is where we talk about all things Tampa Bay and beyond. Coming to you from the gimmick in Ybor City. Here's your hosts, Austin and Sean.
Oh, the wonder of it all. The wonder of it all.
Take four.
We were in the middle of a heated discussion. I'm beat red. I just got back from the pool. I'm like beat red. I was in the sun. Yeah. Then I come in here and I'm getting hot-headed.
Yeah.
And it just, everything shuts off on the computer. Done.
Oh, man.
Wow, man.
That's podcasting on a budget, like we said.
Wow.
Not for long.
Oh, Fitzy.
Fitzy in the house. So finally we're back. I feel like it's really been a long time since we had a podcast like back. Just the two of us in here, right? Because there was like...
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot,
We had a guest last week. Then we had the MMA thing.
Now we're talking about the road trip for the next MMA. That's going to be wild.
Yeah, I think you should like mention actually what we actually achieved in the last like 4 months. We went to the... What was it? The Gasparilla?
Yeah, we did a lot of things. We had the Gasparilla Music Festival.
Great footage there that we put out.
Yeah,
you can see that.
Where? We can see that on YouTube. We met some awesome artists. We had a really good time, and then we did the Vigilant MMA fight, the Ringside Calling. So that's on YouTube as well.
And they've hit us back to say, "Get down here,
come on, do the next one."
Yep.
So I'm excited about that. That one's in Fort Myers. We'll throw the date on the screen and stuff. But
so what do we got going on in Tampa this weekend? Fitzy makes a good point. There's some good stuff going on. $50 gimmick. What were you talking about?
Oh well, there's the South Tampa Food Festival. That's over at the I think it's like the South Tampa Garden or whatever it's called.
Sounds delicious.
It's $50 and it's like all the local restaurants in South Tampa, and you get to basically try them. You get like a little taste testing of all the different local restaurants.
Tapas,
if you live in that area or you're new to that area.
So how far is that away? Because like $50 is quite juicy, you know. You gotta drive
South Tampa, that's where it is, don't you? Do you have Google Maps?
I know, but I'm just like, I'm
like
in St. Pete.
It's across the Gandy Bridge, man. Right across the Gandy Bridge.
Oh,
it's pretty close. So anyway, check that out. That's my neck of the woods, so I'll probably be there and just check it out.
I'll be at First Friday in Wesley Chapel. Awesome event over at the
What's
Grove.
that? Okay.
Well, there's big stuff happening up in Wesley Chapel. We'll get into it a little bit more here in a minute. Up in my neck of the woods, but they have First Fridays. They have a little strip of buildings. There's like axe throwing. There's a brewery there.
Okay.
And they have vendors, and it's a big event. And then Crate's opening up. I think 7 of the 31 units are now open. And if you go on Crate, Krate at the Grove at Wesley Chapel. Awesome stuff going on up there. And I'm excited to be a part of that. And we'll get a little bit more into that as the show goes on. But I wanted to start right off again. Now we know exactly what the questions are, Austin. But now that you've had time to reserve, what does this mean to you when I say the historic art district of Ybor City? What does it mean?
He's so heated because he's got his own issues going on. He wants to take them out on me.
No, they're not my issues. Remember, these are not my issues.
Are you
These
sure?
are actually the unissues for me.
Okay.
Me issues would be about me and problems that I have. This is problems for the community that I'm in the industry that I now represent.
So it is an issue involving you.
It involves the industry that I'm in and other people that work damn hard like I do. But maybe need a little bit more than somebody to dump a bunch of money in and hope for the best.
Okay, all right. So go ahead.
So what does the historic art district mean to you in Ybor City?
So I think
what's it mean?
I think the historic art district in Ybor City means that it's a historic part of our city because it's like a melting pot of all different,
so art isn't like.
Art can mean tons of different things.
Okay, so in your mind, when they say historic
you said
art
that
business,
yourself. Art could be food. Art could be tons of art.
But when they say historic art district, and you're coming from Georgia, are you thinking it could be anything, or do you think that's where the art stores are? That's where the galleries are.
Yeah, I would say because
historic district downtown. Oh, there's going to be some amazing art to look at. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would say because out of Tampa, like this side of the bridge, not talking about St. Pete and them, Tampa, that's where historically there has been a larger art scene, or again more culture, culture.
So. Let's be clear.
Okay.
The art district in Ybor, as far as you're concerned, born and raised, done a lot of. It's not really relevant right now in Ybor. Correct. Art. Now I'm talking about art like paintings and drawings
Okay,
and
yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't see. No, I would say I don't hear a lot
off
about,
the top. How many art studios that are open to the public in Ybor, in the greater historic art district that you know of?
Yeah, I don't know any. Though I don't know that I could say I know any anywhere really.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't go downtown to Sparkman Wharf and pass any galleries that say the gallery, or you don't? I do, and I notice them.
I see them every once in a while. I don't
Not
know who
here
they
though.
Are.
Not here.
No, not
in the
really.
historic art district. And
Not
do you think
really.
that's an issue for? Do you
I
think
mean,
that?
I've seen one. I think down here.
Yeah, it's called the
somewhere.
Gimmick, 2213 East 6th Avenue. Yeah.
I've seen another
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I've seen down there. Maybe one.
It's called the Art Colony.
Okay.
And that's where people have a 10 by 15 art studio, but
Okay.
it's never open to the public. They just did something last week,
Okay.
Friday, the first time they've done it since COVID.
Okay, so what are you getting at?
How's
point?
the St. Pete art scene? You're over there a lot.
Yeah, I think it's definitely more hopping than Ybor, if that's what you're trying to get.
Not
at.
hopping.
Yeah.
Relevant.
More relevant, I would say. Yeah.
Can you buy?
It's popping. It's got a younger crowd that really gravitates.
Do you have a more
towards it.
diverse amount of art that you can buy down there than you could in the historic art district of Ybor?
Yes, definitely. I would definitely say that. And
Why-
there's
why
more
do
to
you
look
think-
at,
why
more
do you th-
murals, more all that?
Why do you think that is?
I think.
Do you think artists
I think
are
it's-
going to St. Pete instead of Ybor? And if so, is that a problem?
Well, I think it's a younger, hipper place because of all the money that's been driven into it. It's got a great downtown, vibrant. It's got the ferry now that
love
goes
it.
like back and forth. It's a cool place to be.
Doesn't have the crime.
pier, or the new pier. They spent $90 million. Yeah, great. You're right. It doesn't have crime and all that. Where
Okay.
not a ton of money has been dumped.
Boy, you're
into
telling me to move to St. Pete.
Exactly.
I
love it there.
Well, you'll love it. Yeah, I love St. Pete. But I'm saying it hasn't had as much money dumped into it like Ybor has. Like Ybor, every once in a while, will get a kick where it'll get a little bit of rejuvenation.
Oh, it's about to.
and then it slows down. So what's
happened? So the meat yard,
how?
everybody's heard about it. There's already 70 applications. I spoke to somebody in the business.
Well, it's
the land
those who
business.
haven't, what is the meat yard?
The meat yard is going to be an art venue
Okay.
or studio space for artists to go, and I'm guessing they're going to try to have events there.
In Ybor. So that's
Great idea.
That sounds
Oh,
great.
great idea, right?
Good news for you.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think anything like this has ever been done at Ybor, or did they never have art?
What do you mean?
It's cyclical, meaning have they popped before where they're
Yeah.
like, let's get this thing and get art in there? Where is that now?
Yeah. I don't know.
So my point is,
What
is it
is
the
it?
crime? Is it the mass people that
Mm-hmm.
maybe aren't in the art world? See, I go down every Friday and Saturday night, and I see more people here probably than in downtown St. Pete. I gotta think. On a Saturday night, have you been here at Ybor at 11 o'clock? I gotta think there is 5 times more people rolling through that 30
Really?
blocks. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, there's nowhere to move.
Okay.
It's
all
packed.
right, okay.
And there's more bars
what-
down this strip
okay,
than
so-
anywhere else
So
in
it
town.
sounds like you're in a great place. It sounds like you're in Ybor City.
You would think, right?
The streets are packed.
Yep. You would think,
that's
right?
Good news.
You would
Yeah,
think.
this all sounds good.
So why don't
'Cause you're right here
so
off
why
the
don't
strip.
artists come here, and why am I the only art studio in the greater historic art district of Ybor? Why is that if it's so vibrant? Let's break this down, because I want to give you a story. When I moved here from Vermont and sold my other businesses, I've been in that industry for 21 years.
Yeah.
And I've always done art. It's always been a hobby and a passion.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
Right.
Selling out of that industry, I'm done.
Okay.
I did my time.
Yep.
My second career in life is art only.
I think because it's such a tourist destination, it's really, really expensive to be right there on 7th, and most artists can't afford to have
Now
a
we're talking.
studio
Now we're talking.
like that.
So by giving them a place, so you build this, they can't afford it. So
Yeah.
you build a big
Correct.
grand
But
place.
you're right here off it. You're
Hey,
in a great place.
Hey. So you build a big place for all these artists to go.
You don't want to hear my side. You just
No,
wanna
no,
keep
I
it-
hear you say I'm in a great
Okay,
place,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I appreciate that. And to be honest with you, you're right.
Yeah,
We've
okay.
done very well.
Okay.
A lot of people know about me.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
They'd know about me if I was in Wesley Chapel, too. They'd know about me if I was in St. Pete. That's for sure.
who-
They know about me. But here's my point. I'm not even trying to be self-righteous or anything
But
like
those
this.
people met you here.
Because
through
I was here. If I was somewhere else, other people.
You wouldn't have met those people.
No, I wouldn't have met you if I was in West Chapel, but I would have met somebody else.
Okay.
And they would have loved my art and bought my art.
Okay.
Here's my point.
What is it?
It's not about me.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to sell art wherever I go.
Yes.
I'm not being again, I have a passion for artwork to make people happy. I have a passion for long-lasting relationships
Okay.
with the people that I meet, which you know for a fact.
Okay, yes. So,
Here's what I'm getting at. Whether I stay or whether I go, 1 year in, because I'm a year in here.
you've been here for 1 year.
This
And
is
you,
it.
You came here because this is the historic art district,
I thought
right?
this is where the art people go.
Okay.
I put my investment in Ybor City.
Okay.
And a year later,
you did the research, I'm assuming, and that's what that said.
well, I mean, you don't have to do the research. It's the spot.
Okay.
It's known.
Yeah.
It's known.
Okay.
Okay. Then you come here.
So what's the problem?
Yeah, what's the problem? Get to the point.
The problem, I'll tell you what the problem is.
Tell me.
The problem is to fix, we need more art in Ybor, and there's a huge stronghold for art right now. Huge.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That I'd love to be a part of. And I tried to be a part of months ago.
Yeah.
Everybody people love my energy. Okay. They're like, here goes Sean again.
Yeah,
like
here he
almost
goes.
to a fault.
Yeah.
Almost to a fault. But here's the point. I'm so excited. Let's go. Do you know, and you probably know this everyone knows this in their jobs. Everyone's so excited until they realize like, oh, we got to do something. Mm-hmm. Let's have a conversation. Well, how are we going to get art better? Okay. And the first conversations I had in the first 3 months, I'm like, sweet, dude, this is going to be awesome. Okay. Join the chamber. Have a great event here.
What conversations with who?
I mean, we're not going to call out individuals. I said that already.
Then what does it matter? Like,
it matters because they run the city.
Okay,
the people that run this city.
Yes. So you were having conversations with
people
who run
that are
the city.
They're influential in this city.
That's a huge part you're leaving out. Mm-hmm. Okay, so
I have not had a discussion with the mayor, and maybe I've met her a few times at events, but I've never had that discussion. And well, maybe I get that. Maybe
why not? You're so passionate about this. Why not? Reach out to her.
But it's not about the gimmicks.
Mayor Jane Castor, if you can see this now, Sean has a message for you. Yeah. All right, what is that message?
The message is if we're going to dump a bunch of art. Stuff and money into creating the historic art district the way we all think it should be. Mm-hmm. We need to, not me. I would like to use my skill set that I've acquired throughout time in other businesses as an entrepreneurial spirit and help these artists make money, continue to do what they love as their passion individually instead of a part-time job when they're too tired from when they get home. I talk to artists every single week, and the main thing I get is like, well, I got to do this when it's 6, 7 o'clock at night because I just worked a double.
Yeah, and so the people you talked to promised you that was going to happen, and now it's not. Is that what you're saying?
There's no promises made to me because it doesn't matter about me. I'm talking about the art district. Okay. I'm saying I'm the only one that's open. I've been open for a year.
Okay.
I've done events here, and I've sold art.
Have you said this to anyone of importance?
Lots of people of importance.
And their response is?
Oh my gosh, on your energy, you got to come to you got to get in, you got to get on the board. Okay. Then you meet the board members.
So did you get on the board?
Surely didn't.
Okay.
Then you meet
but you're going to complain about the board not doing it.
I'm not complaining.
Okay.
I'm saying prepare. I'm saying that the meat yard and any other thing that the art colony that's now going to start opening for people to go up there. Yeah. What I'm saying is that Ybor City, if you want to survive art and you want to have artists do what they love for a regular basis instead of a side gig and give them an opportunity, you can't just get a space for them to rent.
But is it profitable for the business owner? That's what they must not think it's profitable for the business owner.
The other?
I guess those people that
the artists.
No, the business owner, whoever owns the building that you're saying should rent it out.
No, I'm going to give you an example.
Okay.
So what is actually?
I don't think you guys exactly understand. Yeah, there's no problem. This is not a problem.
So we're talking about.
We're holding court. We're not talking about a problem. We're saying we're trying to be proactive here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. What I'm saying is one of the first conversations, and I'll give you an example, and I'm not going to call out people, but somebody that is runs the city, like I said, somebody that is directly connected to laws and regulations in the city of Ybor.
Okay.
One of the first conversations I have, I said, you know what would be great? Like, and I'm going off. They've never met me, and now it's like I'm on the phone with them for 40 minutes. They're probably like, either they're saying like, which they were telling me, this is awesome. This guy is ranting and raving like this guy's ready to get the art district flowing because that's part of the reason I came here.
Okay.
Not just for me, for the district to grow. Because what's
everyone,
good, well, no, what's good for other people is good for me, and what's good for me is good for other artists. Sure. If you're in the industry, you're a team, you're a family, you're together. Okay. We grind it out. We're creatives. Yeah. I said, you know what would be fantastic? You have a board meeting, and you invite a bunch. This is one strip. What is it? 20 blocks?
Sure. I don't know.
28 blocks? One strip. You can know everybody. Everybody. I know every single place because I've been there a million times. When I first got here, every Friday and Saturday, everyone knows my face because I just walked into every single business, every single bar, restaurant, everything. Okay. Get them in a room.
Yeah.
And with the city behind you and say, here's what we're going to do. And this was my idea. Just one example. The first idea I had a month into being here. I said, with the chamber as well. I was already a chamber member. Like, we were ready to rock. I said, you know what we should do? Get easels, paint them a certain color. You know how like a lot of cities will have like a horses throughout or apples, big apple.
Orange Theory used to put the orange bikes.
Yeah. So you go to these business owners and you say, a lot of these businesses have art hanging on the wall.
Yep.
They never sell, barely ever. And I said, every other Saturday, throw art pieces from multiple artists. And I said, I'd love to do it. I'll donate the pieces. I don't care what I got to do. Like, let's make it artistic. When people are walking down the streets, they should see art and be excited about it. Where's the art studios? And I said, you put them outside the businesses for everybody to see. Maybe they sell, maybe they don't. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It's what we're promoting. This art district. Okay. First thing I get.
Yep.
Sean. Oh, Sean. We can't do that because we can't block or impede traffic. Meanwhile, homelessness is a very bad problem.
Yes.
How many of them are impeding traffic on those sidewalks? Let's help them then too. We can't put our art out in front of a business in a public right of way, if you will, walking.
Yeah.
Perfect example. Doom. Well, I don't want to do that. Now I have to think one of two things: real stickler for the law, or I don't want to deal with what that takes. That sounds like work. Do I get paid any more money? That's where my head goes.
Okay.
They're not entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
They're just rules and regulations.
So here's the real question I have is why the hell do you care about all of them anyway? Like, why don't you just care about Sean and about being the art dealer here in Ybor City that everybody knows?
Let me ask you a question.
Like, who cares?
I'll tell you what industry I came from.
Who
Can't
cares
tell
if they say no? Why don't you go get your shit in every restaurant around here?
I've been in a lot.
Why don't you keep doing that?
Maybe I will.
Okay.
But it's not about me.
But why not?
Why
is it not about you and making this business successful?
I'll give you another example. The industry I came from, the health club industry. Every health club's out for themselves, right?
Yeah, sure, probably. Just like every taco place is out for themselves.
But let me ask you a question. Why do all the gyms seem to be cyclical? Why do they this comes 10 years later, let's go to the new one that opens up? You know why? Because the market needs people to they want the market, more people to get in shape. Even if they don't come to their gym, one day they're going to hate something about their gym and go to the new gym. And that was the way. If that person didn't work out at that gym.
With your art, though?
Because if I sold every single piece of art that was ever sold in Ybor and no other artist did, that's not good. That's not good at all.
I think it would be good.
That's not good at all.
And that will never be the case. There
and
will always be someone else selling art.
Always. But what I'm saying is, let's make that, let's spike that. Let's not just say it's good enough.
Yeah.
Let's spike that. Let's take a real angle and get all these artists that have amazing talent. Listen, I appreciate people that say my talent's good. Do you know, hold on, Fitz. Do you know how many artists in Ybor are absolutely incredible?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a ton.
But they're not heard because they have to do their artworks, and love some of these art walks that we have here. I love them.
How are they marketing themselves?
This typical way, social media and stuff. But here's my point.
Are they really?
Maybe, maybe not.
Okay. I think you should ask yourself that question.
Here's my point, though. Yeah, but here's my point, though.
Yeah.
They want more work. If I have work, and I'm fine. Like I feel comfortable with the amount of work I get.
Okay.
Of course, everyone wants more or less.
Sure.
You know me. I have a million things I want to do. It's not just make art.
Yes.
You know?
I know.
They just want to make art.
Right.
So if we can find a way for them to continue to make art, continue to find new clients, that will make the proponent of people that love art a great, like in the gyms, more people that aren't on the couch and are working out.
So what are you going to do about it?
Well, here's why I'm getting to this.
Okay.
It's because decision time.
Decision time.
Because as I've completed my lease here, month to month, I can come and go as I please.
Okay.
I'm out of the chains.
Okay.
I want to know, and other artists, please reach out, because I want a conglomerate to really change the way we come at the city for something they want. Because they're taking big money and allowing them to build it and calling it in the word of the art district. So why don't we get a bunch of people to get together and enforce? And everyone says, why do you have to get the city involved? Why don't you just do it yourself? Because this is Ybor City. For the exact same thing when I said, put artwork out front of a restaurant and show people that this is an art city. And with that note, we got to take a quick break because Fitz is beating me up over here. We'll be right back.
What's up, guys? It's Austin from the What's Good Tampa
And
show.
this is Sean, and Fitz wanted us to be happy,
Well,
joy,
he
joy.
wanted to point out what a nice thing it was for our sponsor to bring over these candles.
Well,
Toasted
of
Wick
course, all of our
candles.
sponsors are going to be awesome.
So thank you so much, Toasted Wick. I actually preferred the fruity Fruit Loops. That smells really, really
Guess
good.
what?
And it's
I picked
cool.
that for you.
Did you?
I did. I told her to give you Fruit Loops because I know you're kind of a fruity little guy.
That's what I figured you would say. But I love the can, too. It's an awesome Florida Man can. So I love these cans that they put
I went with that apple bourbon gimmick on the High Lie.
Oh, nice.
It's just, I mean, legit. But hey, listen, they're awesome. They're great, and they're doing big things. Thank you so much for sticking with us.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're back.
Okay, so what we were leaving off, what are you doing about it? So you're asking for all other artists to DM you.
No. This isn't self-promotion time. Let's get to the
That's
heart.
what you said.
No.
2 seconds.
If they want to, like, I'm all for the art scene. Everyone that is on this strip that owns businesses knows that too. They know where I stand.
Okay.
So here's my point. Why the city has to get involved is because just like how do we get our water? We got to have the city turn it on.
Yeah.
We can't do it. This is like living and breathing in Ybor. Art is the reason I'm here. And here's the thing. It's like if Ybor doesn't want me or my mindset, I'm a different animal. I get it. I didn't come from the art world. I get it.
Oh, I don't. What?
Well, because down here at the art world, I'll give you a perfect example. I love doing art.
When you say Ybor doesn't want you, is that because of the conversations you've had with these?
I'm not
people
saying
who
they don't want me. What I'm saying is I feel like, oh, Sean, whatever. Say your piece, whatever.
like you're a dime a
Nothing's
dozen.
going to change. Not even dime a dozen. Yeah, cool. Yeah, we love it. We're on board.
Yeah.
Then
Right. Gotcha.
I can't do anything from 2213 East 6th Avenue in the city if I can't even put a piece of art out front of a building. Not even me. Other people.
Yeah.
Like to show that this is the art district. People, when you go to St. Pete, I guarantee you see art everywhere.
Yeah, but when you go to a lot of restaurants around here, they have art hanging and things.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
they
so
can-
that should always be you. You should
No,
have
it's
your
not
art.
about me. Art. There's like if you go to Stone Soup Company, there's 100 different artists with 100 different pieces.
Yeah.
But how are they making money or being?
Because someone buys it right off the wall.
They don't though. Have you been in there? I watch every time. I used
I
to go
bought
in there.
something right up.
You almost and you
I-
didn't.
I didn't.
You know how many people almost buy stuff?
Yeah, well, you've had stuff that have been hanging in the walls
I have.
and other.
But I'm not
and
talking about
have
me.
sold.
I'm talking about everybody.
Okay, so again, what we're doing about this?
What we're
having-
doing about this is
Yeah.
this is what we're doing about it.
Okay.
We understand. We can call it bureaucracy. We can call it, lackadaisical. We can
Yeah.
say, and I'm going to take some of the blame too because I haven't gone to every single city meeting and ran my mouth or got people excited. I don't want to say run my mouth because I don't want this to come off negative.
Okay.
I want it to come off as inspirational and like let's do it. Let's not stand. Let's move.
Okay.
If I can be a part of it, awesome. If I'm not, no big deal.
Okay.
Even if I leave Ybor forever and go to a different place like Wesley Chapel, we'll get into one of the places that I'm in up there. Even if that happens, I hope Ybor's art district continues to grow and gets more traction.
Yeah.
I want these art walks to be humongous, not 6 spaces.
But I guess how can you say that you're even being fair when you're saying I haven't even tried? Like you're saying I haven't even done anything about it.
oh, I annoy dude.
And so now all of a sudden
The
you're like,
first-
I'm leaving, even though you haven't even done.
No.
anything.
Did you hear what I said about the first conversation I ever had? I don't want to document every single
But
phone
then
call.
you didn't get involved.
Oh my
But
gosh,
then you
I had
didn't
no
get
idea, dude.
involved.
I talked from the cops here.
You just said you didn't go to any of the meetings. You didn't.
No.
do any of this-
A facilities meeting that's going to tell us about the rules and regulations of
But you just said you were going to get people riled up.
Oh, I did get
excited.
people. I annoyed them. I called them so much they didn't return my calls anymore. Because I'm like, when are we going to do this? And then you meet some of the board members. I don't want to get different animals.
Okay, so the board members weren't having it.
They just don't want. Listen, man, who wants a new uppity guy coming in here being like, "Let's go, go, go"? Like, dude, that doesn't change their that doesn't change their pay. That doesn't change their heart. That doesn't change how they feel about Ybor. Listen, Sean, can I just go to work and go home? And I don't take that.
Yeah, got it.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I'm not even saying change. What I'm saying is inspire.
Yeah, inspire.
I know I'm talking kind of like.
Well, I guess still I'm having a hard time figuring out what we're doing about it. So
What we're doing about it?
yeah, moving forward.
Well, what we're hoping is one day the city's going to say, we need to get 30 businesses together or 30 artists together once a month for a sit-down meeting at the city board.
Okay,
here.
so this is what you're asking for.
I've been asking for this.
Okay,
What I'm saying is this is
everyone, let
what's
me make
not
this
happening.
clear. Sean is asking for a meeting of up to 30 artists downtown here in Ybor once a month.
I'm going to give you emails too
to discuss
to follow up.
Okay, to discuss what exactly? What are you going to discuss at these meetings once a month?
Well, what we're doing is we're not just discussing. So what would the artists need to do?
Tell me.
To sell more and to be more productive in this city, is we need to stand up and say, we will bring you the stuff. Let us show it. And let us be in the streets as random people are walking by. Let us be known. Let us know that we are a part of the city that makes this economy grow, and not just the bars and restaurants.
So another thing you bring up a lot is the art in the street. So that's another big thing you're pushing for, is to be able to put your art on the sidewalk. Or not yours,
sidewalk.
anyone's.
No, but not even sidewalk. Let's go deeper than that.
Okay.
How about we get into these clubs, anything where you're like, okay, what are you doing tonight? You have a feature artist.
Well, you can already do that.
I mean, you can wash windows too if you ask them if you can wash their window, but like for free. You know, I have a guy comes in every single day and says, "Hey, can I wipe down your car?"
Yeah, but I mean, if you've got
you can ask anything.
Okay,
I'm in places. Yeah, I'm in places. That's not enough. It's not. That doesn't make it a historic art district.
At this meeting,
when you hear,
you are asking. I just want to be clear about what you're asking.
I want Ybor. This is what I'm asking. I'm not even asking. This is what I'm saying will make the city of Ybor a better art place.
Is that to have this meeting once a month?
More than that. Okay. To have the artists and the city on the same page. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay, well and you're saying that will happen through this meeting.
Meetings. Yeah, oh yeah.
Meetings.
Yep,
meetings.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So that's what Sean is asking for, people.
Been asking for, now we're a year in.
Ybor City,
I'm going to give you another
hear
example.
him?
Hey, I'm going to give you another example.
Do you hear Sean? This is what he wants.
Let me ask you a question, too. And it's nothing against them because they have their own lives. When you're in the chamber or you meet with the board members that these people wanted to be in, and they come to your opening party, and you never see them again. I don't want them to come in and buy anything. I want to text my phone call. Anything. Hey, Sean, what a great party you had for your grand opening. It was amazing. And then...
Right.
So wait, it was an awesome thing, and that this is going to change Ybor, and it's going to be awesome. And then, but again, it's not about me. Hold on, I want to back that up. Though
have you
I don't care
put
that
in the effort?
I don't care that they did that. What I'm saying is because they didn't do it with me, that rented a 1,500 square foot building in the city.
Yeah.
What are they doing with the person that just does their art at home? Nothing.
Yeah.
They have no relationship with them whatsoever,
and they shouldn't be obligated to if that person.
It's not an obligation.
If that person is not trying or attending the meetings or doing it, then they shouldn't.
There's no meetings though. There's no meetings. So yes, the artists have to be accountable. Okay. But to make this the historic art district, the district of the city of Ybor has to be accountable as well.
Okay. And have
easily
they,
do. We're not talking about any extra money, no budget, nothing.
Have they had artists holding them accountable?
Never.
Okay, so and that's on
never
artists like yourself.
Yeah, and a bunch others.
Yes.
And for 3 months, I pounded people. You can ask people. I annoyed people. Now here's.
So what are you gonna do?
So here's the difference.
You're gonna push for these meetings. What if these meetings don't happen? And what's this Leslie Chapel talk you're talking about?
Well, here's the thing. I've been blessed. Okay. It's been awesome down here.
Yep.
Okay. I love our podcast. This is the big thing here for me too. I love it. I do. I love it. Here's what's going to happen, regardless if I stay here forever or not.
Yeah.
I'm only here half the time anyway. People know that. Like I have other people that work here. I'm going to have a location up where I live in Wesley Chapel, shared space. Okay. I just met with the Ross.
This is already confirmed.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll be there actually this Friday before First Friday, showing my artwork off before First Friday starts down in the streets.
What are you thinking about
at the Grove?
This is sounding dangerous.
I'm very curious what the problem is because we're.
There's no problem. Remember, we went over that. There's no problem. And I think sometimes when I talk passionately about something, it might come off as like a negative connotation. Yeah, this isn't negative. No, this is just facts. I'm just laying out the facts.
Positive.
Yeah.
I was curious why we're talking about it because like I thought there's something going on and I don't know what was going on. I was like trying to figure that out and now
nothing's going on. I'm explaining to you about the second location
because Fitz is in fear that we're leaving here.
Oh, right. Maybe we are. Maybe we are. I mean,
what? That's big news.
No, I don't. I have no intentions right now to leave.
So the gimmick is leaving Ybor?
Absolutely not.
Not okay.
Because not without a fight.
Not without a fight. Okay.
But I will. But here's the thing. The fighting is like here's the thing. If I want it so much, but it doesn't want it, the city, then I can do this somewhere else and be way closer to home. I have a family.
Yep.
It'll do the exact same amount. And the burbs up there, man, they buy art too.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. So
Big
you're
time.
thinking about moving.
I'm not thinking. I'm
to
going.
So okay. So you're.
I
already
live in
going.
the suburbs.
Okay. So you're taking your art studio to the suburbs.
No.
No.
I'm
So
opening
can
another
you repeat
space.
the summary?
So there's going to be a second gimmick.
Do you think I have this much room up there? Not even close.
So it's another gimmick. Is that what you're opening? Gimmick
yes.
2. Okay.
That's
so
what I'm opening.
You're opening a second location.
The gimmicks. Yep.
Okay. So
Not a second location, a shared space. So this is going to be in a building right in the heart of the strip.
Okay.
And it's nothing's because there's a couple buildings I'm going to be in.
All right.
I'm outfitting my art in a couple of shared spaces.
Yep.
And I want to, and I will be renting a finishing room. So like a lot of places that, a lot of my clients up north don't have to travel all the way to Ybor to grab it.
Okay.
Spend 15, 20 hours a week there, like I do here.
got it.
Maybe a little bit more. But here's the kicker. However it happens,
Yes.
everyone can still get a hold of me the same way. I still do the same amount of art. I still deliver the paintings, to wherever they are. That's all free delivery. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
My point is, it's not going to change anything. I'm upset. You want to say the problem? The only problem is that Ybor City didn't pass the test, if you will, of the historic art district.
Okay. And I don't know that you really ever gave it your all. When you first got here, you gave it your all.
Yeah.
Then you
fell on deaf ears, and then you fall in
stopped.
line. No, I didn't stop. Fell in line
You have
and did what
admitted
you said.
yourself.
I didn't do as much because I'm going to tell you why. And now we're going to get into another situation when I talk about the factory. Because I did. I went harder.
When did you go harder?
When I went over there in 3 days, I had everything almost transferred over. Now
that was hard work that you just did, but that was
hard
moving stuff. That
was game changing.
Labor.
No,
that was
was
being out on the streets.
but that was
totally
game changing of what was going to go on over there. And yes, I agree. I'm glad it didn't work out because of what really came of that or didn't. But here's my point. It's not even passing the test. I shouldn't say that because I don't want it to be negative. What I'm saying is, I have to be a reason to be in the historic art district for it to be historic and the art district.
Otherwise,
If not,
you're going to the suburbs.
No. Other than that, I'll just go wherever. I can go to Nebraska and find a place with I can paint anywhere.
Yeah, I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay. All
so
right.
what's the sense of painting here or in Nebraska?
Okay, so let's get back to it. So you have two new gimmicks now opening up. You have two
Not
studios.
gimmicks.
You have two studios.
I might have a finished studio, and then my artwork will be displayed all kinds of places right now. In the last 2.5 weeks, I busted my ass, like you were saying I did when I first got here.
Yes. So gimmick here in Ybor is still going to be open for now.
Yeah,
everyone,
absolutely. I mean, we're here, right?
Yeah, and there's no closing date in the near future.
There's no closing date in the near future.
Okay, well, that's good.
Over
news.
time.
So Fitz, we don't have anything to worry about.
Over time, though, if the historic art district doesn't start showing its face, because it's already been a year.
Okay.
And I want to hear it takes time because there's things we should be doing prior to that. Like these 70 applications of these new artists going in there.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a collaborative, let's collaborate.
Okay.
And who are we going to collaborate with? Just amongst ourselves?
Yep.
Or the city that gave the rights to the money to build these places?
Okay.
So the artists don't control that place.
Another sponsor break.
So if you are an artist, definitely reach out to Sean. He's getting this meeting together. You're meetings together once a month.
Well, it's
and
time for.
It'll help
this
the
is
community.
Listen, no matter what happens to me, whether I stay here or go somewhere else,
it's still the right thing for the art.
The artists need to hold the city accountable. Now, here's the thing: some artists might be like, "Dude, I like it how it is."
Sure,
that's cool too. Yeah. But I know artists out there that wish it was more.
All right. Well, artists, reach out to Sean. We'll take a quick sponsor break,
and we'll be right back. So yeah, Austin. Basically, just to sum it all up, I love it.
You do.
I'm just excited for the artists, hopefully, to get motivated to really hold the city accountable and for the city to hold the artists accountable and be a collaborative and bring the historic art district of Ybor back to Ybor.
Well, if anybody can do it, I believe you can do it.
It's not me. It takes way more than me. I'm only one man.
I believe you can start the movement. You've got.
It's been a year. It's going to take more than me.
You haven't really tried in the year.
Oh, yes, I have.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I have.
Anyway, let's move on to like a more general topic. Something that happened this week. We saw the Will Smith get slapped Chris Rock.
Really?
Yeah. And here's what I think about that. I've analyzed the tape, and it is definitely a work. And those who don't know what a work is, that means it's not real. The whole thing is staged. It's definitely staged.
I believe the slap, it might be staged.
100%.
Something about the screaming if it's a work, it's a good work.
Oh, well, he's an actor. He's a great actor.
Yeah.
He is a great actor.
But the slap I would give you is a work.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
You looked at the redness of the face wasn't there. You looked for it all.
yeah, he leaned right into it.
Yeah, that's
yeah. You know, I mean, was
But
ready
that's what
for the
you do
impact.
when you praise for impact. You lean and you just
No, he
like,
was
He didn't
leaning
know he was
into-
going to get hit.
yeah,
he just
was-
watched and walked up.
He was leaning into
yeah,
it.
but that was like kind of like really understandable. The
So you
wife
thought
is
it was
mad.
real? So
Yeah,
you thought it was real.
100%. Like I thought, like okay, he was like okay, that was a funny joke.
I'll be honest,
and
I'm
then the wife
50-50.
was like,
I get the work angle.
Yeah. Watch, Chris Rock is going to have a tour here coming up. He's going to release a tour, and tickets are going to be sold out because everybody wants to see Chris Rock after the infamous slap by Will Smith.
yeah, the memes are good.
Yeah.
The only
they're
thing
real
I
good.
could say too is
Meme crazy.
if the Fresh Prince, because they have that new Fresh Prince coming out too,
Yeah.
the show. If he does a documentary,
Oh, yeah.
I could see that being a work.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's all to push their stuff. I don't
But I don't like.
buy
I
it.
don't know if he would do that with his wife because of all the scandals. That's what makes me question. Because does he really want that on blast? Because that's where all the memes are, and that's what all the all the old stuff about her with the son's friend and that all comes back up. I don't think they want that.
Yeah, that's true. That bad press always happens to kind of
Right.
show its ugly head.
Bad press is good press. There's nothing like bad.
Well, yeah. I mean. Just
well,
like,
how do you think Will Smith came out looking in it? Like this whole
Well,
thing?
bad
good.
because he not only did he come out bad. You know who loses?
Who?
The state they're in.
What do you mean by that?
He just assaulted somebody in front of everybody, and he walked away and got to get an award afterwards. If somebody talks about your wife in St. Pete and you slap the shit out of him, you're going to jail.
Oh yeah. Well, it's because of who he is. It's that clout. you know.
But
And
that's
Chris-
what we're
and-
dealing with in this country right now,
and
though.
Chris Rock decided not to press charges.
But aren't we? How about all these mandates that people put on? The people in power never followed the mandates; they just set them. We're dealing with that right now. I don't know if that would be a good work because he didn't press charges. They almost are going to have to say it was a work to save somebody from getting in jail. Like, there's going to be backlash.
No, like what? What is going to happen to him? I saw the Oscars said, like the Academy or whatever said that they were going to do something.
Do you
But,
think
I mean,
somebody
I don't
slaps the
think
shit
that-
out of somebody in public and they get away? Like they say, well, Will Smith did it.
I mean, this is different because of maybe the circumstances. But again,
What
I
do you
think
mean?
It doesn't
He
really
wasn't
matter.
ready for it?
Well, it doesn't really matter, because I think it was all a work anyway.
Right.
I mean,
If it's all work
Yeah.
and it's comedy
Yeah.
and he
It's
didn't press
entertainment.
charges, then I'm cool with it.
Yeah, it was part
But
of
if
the
anybody
show.
that says it's real and like I hear what he's saying, like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, there's
I hear
lag
it.
times. They could have cut to commercial. There's a million things they could have
The
done.
other thing is, if he did slap him for talking shit about his wife, like I get that, but he's a comedian, that's part of it. But here's the other thing too. That's cool, but you go to jail if you decide to knock somebody out.
Yeah,
We've all been there.
and I
Didn't
saw
knock him out though. That was like
No, but I'm saying like, what I'm saying is, so he bitch slapped somebody to prove a point. Why didn't he just knock him out? Because then he would have went to jail. So if he's out unconscious,
Yeah, I don't know
assault's
what
assault.
I don't know what the difference is before I throw.
But yeah,
why throw a slap? But,
Who wins? Nobody wins.
Yeah.
Chris Rock maybe wins.
Well, I was gonna say Chris Rock looks more like a man for taking the slap than
Yeah.
Will Smith does.
Or
for
does he
throwing.
look like a bitch and then he said, keep my wife's name out your mouth? He goes, I will. That was weak sauce. He shouldn't have said that.
No, I mean,
He's like, hit me again, bitch. I think this just shows Will Smith's a bitch. I used to I used to think he was cool and like he's a great actor, but I used to think like, you know, he says the cool things and he's just a punk.
Well, it's funny. I saw a clip somewhere of Will Smith making a joke about a female who had the exact same
really?
disease. Yeah, I mean, it was like an old clip from when he was younger.
Well, if the rules aren't going to apply to you, you also can be super hypocritical. That just kind of goes with the territory.
Yeah.
But you think it's a work at the end of the day.
yeah, I think so.
On that note, though, I want to say, like, so we have big things coming up. What is going on? Where we're going to travel to, and maybe have our second round.
Oh, the Vigilant MMA fight.
Yeah, they want us back again.
So that's in Fort Myers, though. Are we willing to go to that? That's
Road
a-
trip.
yeah.
Fort
Myers, it sounds kind of cool. For how long? And
It's one night. I don't know the exact date.
It's an old
Do you
Sunday
know the exact
afternoon.
date? Yeah.
yeah. So how was the last one?
Last
talk a
one
little bit
was
about
awesome. It's up
Not,
on
not from
YouTube.
a podcasting point,
Yeah.
because like for us it was.
I
kinda
didn't even
cool.
feel like it was a podcast.
but
we
it
were
was
straight
like-
up fucking.
Yeah, no, like wasn't even a podcast. It felt like it.
We were just announcers to a fight.
Yeah, but how was like the experience? Like,
It was.
Oh,
awesome.
dude, first fight, the dude's hair was epic. We got to put some more of those out. I got to go into the thing.
Yeah, I was impressed like by the whole production of the thing. Like,
Good
when
fighters,
we got-
too.
Yeah,
No
good-
slouches.
Yeah, when we
Every one of them would have kicked Will Smith's ass.
Yeah,
That's a
for
fact.
sure. Yeah, for
That's a
sure.
fact.
they would
Yeah,
have slapped back.
The setup and everything, the whole thing that was just put together really well. So I think they even stream it live when they do it.
Yep.
But it's a really cool, what's it called? Like venue, Dallas Bowl, to have
a good show.
those type of shows. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to going back. I'm not sure the exact date, but we'll throw it up on the screen, and we're going to be doing live.
No DJ Tice
again.
though. No DJ.
You don't think so?
He's not on the card. Yeah, I would love to see it.
Yeah.
But he was saying they got to find a big boy to fight him.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
The suplex, the power
Fort
bomb he
Myers,
had, that just got it going.
The Fort Myers seemed like they had a lot of guys there representing.
They came strong.
So now
They
we're going in their yard this time. So it'll be.
Hopefully Dakota, if you're out there, bro, you got a revenge fight. With that guy's going to fight for the title, though. They got to knock him out.
Yeah. Oh, is he? Okay. Jeez. Yeah. Dude. So that's going to be awesome. So you can check that out. We'll be there. We'll see you there. Well, no, I'm just saying that there's no way you've turned on the news lately and have not seen the Leah Thomas stuff. And
All right, so
I again have no issues with transgender,
Yeah.
LGBTQ, or whatever.
Now,
I
do you
have
say
no
that just to
problem with
prep what you're like?
Yeah, I do. I say
Okay.
that in to prep.
'Cause
Having said that,
I think that people, that if you don't prep and they have a problem with that,
yeah, well, then
that's
you're in
their
trouble.
ignorance.
Well,
Because if
That's
the
the
people
world we
that know
live in.
me, but here's the thing.
that's the world we live in, unfortunately.
The world you live in is the world you make of it. And here's what I'm going to say, too.
Tell me.
Stand strong in what you believe in,
Okay.
but you're allowed to change your mind if something comes up.
Well, the only thing that, again, I have a problem with the Leah Thomas thing is I just don't think it's fair to biological women to have to compete against a biological man. So I think that's unfair.
I
to
think
the
the
actual
people,
women.
I think the NCAA that's allowing this
Like
to
if
happen.
I had a daughter who was playing soccer
have
and
two
all
of
of a sudden, this young boy decides he's transgender or is making that switch, he should not be able to kick my daughter's ass on the girls' soccer team.
Here's what I want
no.
to say. Let's go beyond
I
that
think
too.
that's-
Let's not even talk about transgender. What about because and maybe she really and I don't want to question anybody's sexuality or humanity.
Yep.
What if there's a guy along the way that fakes it and doesn't feel like a man deep down inside, but does it to get some sort of notoriety?
Doesn't feel like a woman, you mean?
Or a woman. Like what I'm saying is calls themselves trans and
Just faking it.
I don't want to say faking it,
like
but
a
like,
character.
Yeah, I mean, how many things do we see online of people faking it just to get attention?
Sure. Okay.
Every TikTok video you've ever seen
so
with editing.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, then if you call somebody out for being fake, you're automatically labeled. Then come to find out when the gig is up that, hey, they were just doing a joke, because that could be content. I could enter the WNBA right now. Okay?
Right.
And dominate.
Right. Well, that's the point. Like,
And I'm
that's
40 and
unfair.
out of shape.
And that's unfair to all the other women. Who
Completely
are actually
unfair.
playing.
But what if I did it as for content? Now,
No one
anyone
would
that but anybody that called me a fraud, you have to be careful because
And, like,
what
what
if
are
I'm
the-
not? And you don't know, but maybe you do. And then if you call somebody a fraud, you're automatically labeled. But then 6 months down the road, it's like, haha, look at this content I put out. I was just kidding.
Right. And what are the qualifications to play?
See, I don't even go there because it doesn't matter to me. Like because the qualifications they're not talking about biological men, women, or otherwise.
Right.
What they're saying is Leah Thomas, because she says she feels like a woman, then she's going to compete with all the other women, and that's the only criteria.
Right.
So what I'm saying is there is no qualifications and there is no answer because there's not enough trans women to have
but
its
I
own
thought
sport.
The whole thing was like she has been taking hormones.
I don't know anything about it. All I know is she's breaking records.
Yeah.
And now they're saying she's holding back, so it's not so bad.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I saw that. Like throwing the races.
But here's the thing. If you say that, are you labeled as hateful? My thing is everything's hateful nowadays if you don't agree with whoever's saying it.
Yeah.
So in my mind, what do you even care what they think of you? Because you can't. What are you going to plead? Like you said, I promise I'm not hateful, but I want to say an opinion of mine.
Right. Yeah.
Well, they're going to disregard that if you said something they don't agree with anyway.
Yeah.
So they think you're hateful, even though you're not. And logical people are like, I know him. Yeah. Austin's not hateful. Sean's not hateful, obviously.
Right.
But if you say something that seems that it doesn't agree with a certain group, they're going to get louder.
Yep.
And now you're hateful in their little group. Now, the other group that's in that group that's like, but I know Sean, he's not hateful. They can never tell that person that's loud, dude, relax. It's just his opinion. He's not hateful. They won't say it. They shut up and self-censor. This is what the world's been coming to. So if you censor, self-censor, that's your business.
Right.
If somebody wants to say I'm hateful, even though I'm not, by all means, because I can't change the way you feel about it.
Yeah. Yeah. The only point I was just trying to make was I don't think it's. Well, how did you go off on that? The only point I was trying to make, it's not fair for a biological.
But we
man
all
to-
know that. No one says it's fair.
There are people
Obviously.
who are supporting.
Supporting. That's not about fair.
And if she loves to swim, that's great, but she should not be able to compete against other.
She was competing as a man and was getting crushed. And then she competed as a woman and broke records. What I'm saying is, you're saying fair. No one's saying it's not. No one's saying this is fair. No one. Okay. Not one advocate is saying it's fair.
Okay.
They're saying she feels this way and she doesn't want to feel left out. That's on her.
Okay. When is their answer she should be allowed to swim against them or not?
Who? The NCAA.
Those people that are NCAA is saying that it's fair.
Here's what I'm saying. The NCAA is an organization. Whatever they say is their business. I'm not going to label them.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like if I have an opinion about it, don't label me. I'm just presenting the case.
Right. Fitz, where do you stand on this?
Well, no matter what you do, you're kind of screwed. You say one thing, and then people go back 10 years, 5 years. He said that.
Oh, perfect. That's why you just say it.
That opinion is like set in stone, and you will, as long as you pay attention to the haters, they will bring it up and they keep it alive. But if you ignore them, you get screwed.
Well, you're on this show anyway, so you're going to be associated with any.
It's not even the haters.
That is the problem.
Here's my only point. I don't think anything was hateful said. Now they can say it was because we said Leah Thomas shouldn't race with the girls. But here's my point.
Yeah.
If the NCAA says she can, then she can.
True.
And there's nothing we can do about it.
You're right.
And if you stand up against it, there's going to be a certain conglomerate.
Yeah.
And we can say they're mindless, dumb, with no facts behind it because we know who we are and everybody that knows us knows who we are. No one takes the stance. Here's my thing. No one says it's fair.
All right.
No one has said it's fair.
But here's the thing, too. Like right now, you get away with it, so you should abuse the system just to get your points and your gains. What is like, just in general. It sounds bad, but if you think about it.
No, but I hear what you're saying, but that would be that they're doing it for a reason. Yeah. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is people can say they're a giraffe. I don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, say whatever you want.
Okay.
What I'm saying, though, is, and you were even saying, I'll take it one step further. If my daughter's a swimmer and she's second, I think you saw the governor came out and, wanted to say, because the girl was from Wesley Chapel, actually, that got second.
Yeah. She's the real number one.
She's the real number one woman, biological woman, whatever. Yeah, it's a war of words. That doesn't mean, again, you're going to have that small conglomerate that says, just because you brought that up, you're hateful.
Right.
They're going to say that anyway. So if you want to have, you can say they're going to go back and the haters. It's not even haters. It's people with opinions just like us. Right. They're no better or no worse than us. If it fits their camp, they're going to say something about me. And if it fits my camp, but they're not camps. Right. These are just generalizations that we're made. Literally, we're not doing it to be hateful. You're saying it's unfair. What I'm saying is if my daughter swam at the, and there was somebody like that was a biological man and blowing people away, she has to know that and decide, am I going to try to be the best and beat a biological man, which no one's ever done at this point in swimming.
True.
Because there's one for one. Or you're going to go do another sport that you love.
Yeah.
Your choice. If the NCAA keeps that, I'm not fighting the NCAA because then you get the stigmas attached to you. And I'm not in a war of stigmas. I can have an opinion, and if somebody says whatever they want about it, but if your opinion is it's unfair, I understand why you're saying it. All right, man, another one in the books. Yeah. I'm sorry that I let it get away from you there for a minute, but I'm really passionate about the art industry and Ybor City.
I'm excited for you. I hope that you do get a good reach out, good response.
I will, and
get things happening.
And Ybor City is ripe for the pickings, and I understand I had somebody in a very prominent position say, Sean, you know what? The only thing is maybe you came a year early.
Yeah,
well, and you know what though?
I hope that's not the case. You need to stick it out. I think because
not only that,
people should be flocking here. It should be on TripAdvisor. If I'm going to Ybor City, places you should visit in Ybor City should be the gimmick. Yeah, for sure.
But we are also going to Wesley Chapel and Land O'Lakes area. Look out for us up there as well. We're growing and we're showing, baby.
All right. And how do they find you?
They can find me at vintage_gimmick on Instagram or, like I said, 2213 East 6th Avenue. You can hit me up there. Where do we find you?
You can find me at Tampa is Life, TampaIsLife.com. How about Fitz? We hear from you.
Yeah, where do you go, Fitz?
Well, Fitzay.com, Fitzay at Instagram, or YouTube.
You'll see all types of shenanigans, as he likes to say.
Yeah.
And so you can check us out at What's Good Tampa, What's Good Tampa Show, what'sgoodtampa.com, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Woo.
Thanks for listening to the What's Good Tampa Show. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at What's Good Tampa Show or visit what'sgoodtampa.com to get involved with the show. See you next time.